Lagos is the smallest state in Nigeria, yet it has the highest population, estimated at 23 million, or over 5% of the national estimate. It is the most populous in Nigeria as well as the fastest growing city in Africa after Cairo. Without doubt, Lagos is a classic example of a modern city. Lagos has strategic domestic and international linkage through land, air, and seaports, facilitating business connections within the state and between it and the rest of the world. This explains why the headquarters of multinational conglomerates and the nation's leading enterprises are located here. The state has continually put in place measures to enhance safety and security of its residents, as well as ensure conducive business environment. Its Security Trust Fund provided the platform for various interventions that has led to over 70% reduction in crime rate. Government has also invested in the establishment of 7 captive power plants to provide regular power to essential public facilities. This is in addition to the development of many housing estates, establishment and upgrading of primary, secondary, and tertiary health facilities, the improvement of new waste management and conversion facilities, the introduction of waste-to-wealth programs, and investments in agricultural enterprises, where the state has competitive and comparative advantage, amongst others. In spite of all that have been done, there is no doubt that more still needs to be done. For Lagos, like other megacities, infrastructural development and establishment of industries through foreign direct investment are essential factors for galvanizing the growth of our economy towards sustainable development. This is where opportunities lie for ambitious and discerning investors. To properly harness her potentials, ensure ease of doing business, and open Lagos for greater investment opportunities, Governor Akinwumi Ambodi's administration has positioned the state to welcome interested investors with the creation of the Office of Overseas Affairs and Investments. The office acts as one-stop shop for foreign investors to initiate, formulate, and evaluate policies relating to the promotion of inward and outward investments, liaise with other government agencies on behalf of prospective investors, amongst others. Already in place is the Lekki Free Trade Zone, a 165 square kilometer project and the largest in West Africa, which has continued to be the magnet for international investment. The zone is an ideal location to set up manufacturing business in all sectors, as there are opportunities and access to raw materials in different sectors, such as agri-processing, clothing and textiles, food, beverages, and mining, amongst others. One of the key sectors that offer great prospects for investment is agriculture. The focus is on boosting agricultural production to ensure food security for the state, projected to be the 3rd largest mega city in the world by the year 2015. Instructively, Lagos has large hectares of land fit for commercial farming, fishery and forestry, or wildlife conservation. The environment and sanitation sector already engages private operators in form of concessions for the management of sewage and wastewater. Enormous potentials exist through solid waste management and conversion of waste to wealth. Lagos Waste Management Authority (LOMA) has already pioneered this new direction by engaging private sector participants in waste collection. It commenced the capturing of methane gas from Olushosun landfill sites and the conversion of waste to plastic pellets, waste bags, and organic fertilizer under its waste-to-wealth programs. However, all these activities still use a fraction of the waste being generated, thus requiring the entrance of more investors. Lagos is a reservoir of hydrocarbon resources such as crude oil and bitumen, which have not been exploited, but earnestly beckons for the establishment of oil refineries and petrochemical plants. With improved security and aesthetically pleasing environment, world-class hotels and exotic 180-kilometer Atlantic waterfronts fringed with coconuts and sandy beaches, Lagos is experiencing a remarkable growth in the tourism development. Today, convention centers, hotels and motels, restaurants, casinos and eateries, resorts and amusement parks, botanical and zoological gardens, as well as shopping malls and plazas are being established. And these still require more investments and exploitation as Lagos aims to become the major tourist destination in Africa. Investment opportunity in the transportation sector revolves around the plan to reduce the huge dependence on the roads, which accounts for 70% of movement in the state. The state government has set an example with the provision of various projects on infrastructure. The transportation sector development of the Red Line from Agbado to Ido is open to interested investors. This is planned to take 4 hours off travel time and complement the 27-kilometer Blue Line being developed by the state. Yet, more avenues for investments are still available in road transportation, as the mode requires the introduction of high-capacity buses to replace the mini-buses and new taxi cabs to replace the aging ones. This has also been successfully demonstrated through the Bus Rapid Transit, the BRT Lite, Lagbus Asset Management Limited, and their franchisees. To achieve this, government has identified the private sector as the key force in driving new investments and opening up the transport sector. The new areas of opportunities already created are in water and rail transport. In promoting the development of water transportation, extensive dredging of waterways and clearance of beaches was done to ensure right-of-way for ferries plying different routes. It is also enabled by 39 mini jetties and 3 mega jetties spread across the state. The potential of the housing sector in Lagos State is huge but barely exploited. With over 23 million population at present, it is abundantly clear that government alone cannot meet the housing needs of Lagos. Thus, investment opportunities are available to prudent and discerning investors. The state has high property value appreciation, which grew from 145% in the year 2000 to 466% in the year 2005. It must be mentioned here that different countries have started tapping into our investment opportunities as trade missions of different countries like India, South Africa, Germany, Canuf Group of Germany have shown interest in investing in the different sectors of the economy of Lagos. Others include the movement of the enterprises of France, MEDEF, and the Lord Mayor of the City of London. If taken as a country on its own, Lagos will be amongst the largest economies in Africa, as the state has been able to diversify its economy and has also considerably reduced its dependence on oil revenue allocation. The state is indeed a potential for serious investors. Undoubtedly, Lagos is to Nigeria what New York is to America, what London is to Britain, and what Paris is to France. We are well positioned for boundless energies, opportunities for people from all walks of life to prosper. Also, processes are being simplified, procedures are being reviewed, and systems reformed to prove the point that Lagos is open for greater business. Lagos awaits you.